the bloody road to the Somme. These were the men of Tyrone, Londonderry, Monaghan and Cavan, down in Donegal, the men of Armagh, of Antrim and Fermanagh, who walked the bloody road to the Somme. They faced the deadly hail from cannons and machine guns, through the bursting shells in hell of no man's land. Triumphantly they yelled the cry of no surrender, and fought the Kaiser's troops hand to hand. 3 miles they struck through enemy defences in the greatest charge of that European war. Like a mighty wave they swamped the German trenches, over fallen dead and barbed wire. Then they were cut off with no one to support them. They were mown down by fire from 3 sides. Bravely they fell like leaves in the autumn. Death reaped the bitter harvest of their lives. When the battle ceased, a young man was heard crying, bleeding from a wound where the bullet creased his head. There amid the maimed, the pleading and the dying, he held the broken body of his friend. As the red sun set, smoke drifted o'er the trenches. Dazed, bewildered men trudged back along the way. The carnage, it was great, the slaughter, it was senseless. 5,000 Ulster sons fell that day. Here was a time of mourning and of sorrow. All along the line they gathered up their dead. Here was a time of yearning for the morrow. Here was the time when Ulster bled. The land was filled with grief when news broke of the slaughter. Like heavy clouds it hung o'er Cruithne's brow. The telegrams they came to mothers, wives and daughters, and like warm falling rain the tears poured down. We count the bloody cost they paid for Ulster's freedom. We cherish memories of those who died so young. With passing of the years we will not forget them who walked the bloody road to the Somme. As long as earth revolves upon its axis turning, when day sleeps in the dark and wakens with the dawn, as long as sun goes down and rises in the morning, we will remember the Somme. We will remember the Somme. We will remember the Somme.
I stood on the platform in 1917, waiting for a train to Salisbury Plain. They were only in their teens. A lad to his mother said, "Dinna fret, we'll be home by Christmas Day." And the piper played Scotland the Brave as he waved the boys away. Calling down the line, calling down the line, and they rallied round to the piper's tune. It was calling down the line. The sergeant major pushed them hard. They were trained in only days for to bear the brunt of the Western Front. They would soon be on their way. So off they marched, rifle shoulder high, and all at once they sang, for we're no war to bide a war, to the pipers in the band. Calling down the line, calling down the the line, and they rallied round to the piper's tune. It was calling down the line. The thunder echoed through the trench as the shells had been rained, and the general spent 1,000 men for every inch they gained. And the brave young men faced their battle dawn, so proud to do their job. And the pipers stood in a line of fire and played them o'er the top. Calling down the line, calling down the line, and they rallied round to the piper's tune. It was calling down the line. When no man's land fell silent, and they counted all the dead, the victory claimed would disguise the shame, and nothing more was said. And the fallen brave on a foreign field, they gave the very best, and the piper played a sad lament as they laid the boys to rest. Calling down the line, calling down the line, and they rallied round to the piper's tune. It was calling down the line, calling down the line, calling down the line, and they rallied round to the piper's tune. It was calling down the line, and they rallied round to the piper's tune. It was calling down the line.
3 boys.
These orange wings upon our breast, for we are men of Ulster's best. 10,000 men who fought and died, for we are the men of the UDA. And when we go into our Dáin, just like King William when he crossed the Boyne, 10,000 men will fight and die, for we are the men of the UDA. These orange wings upon our breast, for we are men of Ulster's best. 10,000 men who fought and died, for we are the men of the UDA. And when we go down to the street, the IRA we will defeat. These men in green will fight and die, for we are the men of the UDA. These orange wings upon our breast, for we are men of Ulster's best. 10,000 men who fought and died, for we are the men of the UDA. And when I'm dead and in my grave, no fancy tombstone shall I crave. Just give my guns to all my sons, and they will fight like I have done. These orange wings upon our breast. For we are men of Ulster's best. 10,000 men who fought and died. For we are the men of the UDA. These orange wings upon our breast. For we are men of Ulster's best. 10,000 men who fought and died. For we are the men of the UDA. These orange wings upon our breast. For we are men of Ulster's best. 10,000 men who fought and died. For we are the men of the UDA. For we are the men of the UDA. For we are the men of the UDA.
You're listening to PUL Community Radio. Music, news, debates, banter, and views. Call now on 0141 416 1690. PUL Community Radio. Putting the unity back in community.
Hello folks, and thanks for staying with us there. We've just had to swap over the microphone. I hope everyone can hear me alright. We still got Ian.
Yeah, I put myself on mute because I'm eating my dinner, Chris.
Eating your dinner halfway through a show, eh? So, yeah folks, we've changed over our settings there on the radio while you guys were listening to music there, as we've got some interviews coming up. I'm just going to wait on our producer Derek confirming that all the sound levels are okay to go ahead, and then we'll bring our guests in. So we're just waiting on Derek for that. Now, I played a song there. That song has some significance to what we're going to be talking about right at the end of the show. Now, what I'm going to bring up is there's a wee competition for these folks. There's a chance to win a free Scottish Soldiers commemorative coin. If you haven't seen it, if you've gone to the Regimental Blues website, you should be able to see it on there, I think, or it will be somewhere on the internet if you type it in. It's a 3 Scottish Soldiers commemorative coin, double-sided in a beautiful red box. They're on sale for £10. We're putting one up for grabs for free. We'll get posted out to your home address. All we're looking for is the first caller who can phone in with the correct answer to this question. The question being, who knows who erected the first memorial to the boys at the spot where they were murdered? Who erected the first memorial to the 3 boys at the spot in which they were murdered? That's the question. First caller to phone in will win the coin. It'll get posted out to your home address. All you need to do is email or contact the radio after you're off the phone with your home address, and we'll get that posted. Folks, if we are in the middle of doing an interview with the family, we won't answer your calls, but we will try and fit them in roughly for about 9:30. So if you aim off at about 9:30, I'll let you know, and we're opening up the phone lines and you guys can call in. Are you alright to bring the guests in, Ian? Are you happy enough now?
Yeah. I'm just sitting listening, mate. I'm looking forward to hearing them.
Perfect, folks. We've got David McGawkey and Paul McGawkey, who are family members of Dugald. Welcome, David.
How you doing, mate? All right?
Absolutely perfect. David, can you let the listeners know what your relation to Dugald McGawkey is?
Dougal was my cousin.
Dougal, your cousin, and yourself, Paul, is it the same relationship?
That's the same relationship.
The same relationship. So we've got 2 family members here with me just now at the PO Community Hub who are cousins to the oldest of the 3 boys, Dugald McGawkey, who was 23. Now, David and Paul, you guys have been listening to the show now for the last 2 hours. We're now in the last hour. Is there anything that you want to pick up on from what's been said so far, or Is there any points